Good morning, how are you today? I hope you're well. It's lovely today, another beautiful day. Bit of a frosty start this morning, so I am back on the Peatlands Way. I've just got off the train at Thorne and I've walked about a mile along the road. So there is a bit of road walking on this section. So today we are walking to Fish Lake. I'm looking forward to seeing Fish Lake. I've never been to Fish Lake before, and then we'll be heading towards Hatfield and Stainforth train station. So that's where I'll be ending my journey today. It's actually going to be a very short section today. So I think today's section is going to be about 5 miles. I'm keeping it very short for a reason. So at the moment I'm just suffering with a tiny bit of plantar fasciitis in my right foot. So I've got a bit of a sore heel. I've had 2 days off walking altogether, which has been a bit frustrating. It does mean, however, that I won't be finishing the whole of the Peatlands Way this week, unfortunately, like I had originally planned. I'm back at work on Monday, boo. So it'll be a couple of weeks before I'm back down this way and I can do another section. So this track so far has been quite muddy. It's obviously used by farm vehicles, but fortunately, because it's icy, it's quite solid, so that's good. So as you can see, this is definitely not the best track. It's pretty muddy and not very nice. So I would suggest the best time to walk this is either when it's frosted up like it is today, or after a spell of dry weather in the summer. So I forgot to mention that on this section we also follow the Thorne round walk as well. I don't know much about the Thorne round walk, but it's another route that is marked on the map. So that could be one to do in the summer maybe. Now we've found the River Don. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Wow, that's lovely, absolutely lovely. And that over there is Fish Lake in the distance. I can see the church. Look at this, it's just gorgeous. So we'll just follow this path now past Fish Lake. It is really cold out here today. It really is. I don't think anything is going to defrost today. It's a chilly one. So as you can see on here, this is kind of like a floodplain for the River Don. So all these sort of huge pools of water, they're kind of part of the River Don, but the main channel, I think it must be like over, there's a bank there, and that would have been dug out to form the River Don there. You can see it's been dug into a channel, so that would have been part of the whole sort of like managing the River Don and how it flooded the land, I guess. You can see a heron over there. So yeah, really interesting. This is a great place to come if you're into bird watching. There's loads of geese over there. I think there's some oyster catchers. There's all sorts over here. So yeah, really interesting landscape. So there's 2 ways you can go here. You can carry along this embankment, but the actual Peatlands Way just goes into Fish Lake, and sort of you just follow the road around Fish Lake, go and visit Fish Lake, and then you kind of pop back out the other side. But I think I'm going to go in and have a look at that church because it does look pretty amazing. Look at the carvings around the door. Wow, that's amazing. They're pretty incredible. Even the door is carved as well, just a little at the top there. These are amazing. I don't know much about the history of this church. It's obviously quite old. See if it's open. Beautiful. It's incredible, isn't it? Look at the ceiling. It's a wooden ceiling. The roof, that's amazing. This is a really beautiful place. There's a tomb here as well. I wonder who this is. The remains of Richard Marshall, Vicar of Fish Lake, who died in 1505. And so this plaque is medieval. It's incredible, isn't it? There's even carvings on the floor as well. And there's some tombstones laid on the floor by the looks of it. Was Fish Lake. It's a lovely little place, obviously steeped in history. That church, St Cuthbert's, has Norman origins. That archway above the door is Norman. You can't believe it, can you? Just incredible, beautiful place, absolutely stunning. So now we're just going to go back onto the side of the River Don and follow that pretty much until we get to Stainforth. So now I'm just crossing this floodplain here. I'm glad it's not raining. There is another path on the other side, which is a bit closer to the actual River Don, which we can see now, just coming into view. There it is. So there's the River Don. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to follow this footpath now on this side. It's quite well walked, so you can't miss it. So you can see from all the debris, this must flood quite often. Yeah, I'm glad I'm walking on this on a short section. I don't want to get washed away by the River Don. That wouldn't be good. That would be a bad day for hiking. But we'll just walk down for a little while until we get to Stainforth, and I can just see Stainforth over there. I can see the tops of the houses, so it's not very far, but yeah. I guess you'd have to be kind of careful walking down here. Pick your time carefully. Definitely. This has been quite a nice bit to walk on actually, although I have to say walking across the floodplain is slightly worrying. You can walk across the embankment, there's a path on there, so yeah. Don't risk it if it looks like it's going to flood, or if there's been some heavy rain or something. Don't do something stupid. So that looks like Stainforth over there. That's where we're heading today. I'm going to sign off here because I'm nearly in Stainforth. And from there I'm just going to be walking down to the train station, getting the train back into sunny Scunny. So yeah, this is the end of today's little journey just by the River Don. The very muddy looking River Don. It's been a really nice little section today. I've done about 5.5 miles, so I've just kept it really short today on purpose, just because of my dodgy foot. I hope you've enjoyed this little ramble around the countryside today. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been lovely to get out. And I will see you in the next video.